Grad School 101 with Dr. Bradbury.
Hi, this is Dr. Bradbury. Welcome to Grad School 101. Today we're going to talk about how to apply to clinical psychology PhD programs, how to submit an application to doctoral programs in clinical psychology. So know that this is quite a process. Applying to PhD programs is quite a process. It's quite time-consuming and is something that is easy to get overwhelmed. So I want to say, take heart. Bear in mind that people do get through this, and you're going to get through it too. And that one of the ways to think about this is just sort of taking it step by step. Just take a little bit at a time and get it done. Chip away at it, and over time, you're going to get it all done, and you will get to graduate school. I know that you can do it. So let's talk first about where you're going to be applying, because of course we'll need a list of schools. You're going to need to know where to send your applications, and this in and of itself is a pretty complicated undertaking to try to figure out how to comprise or compose this list. So we're going to dedicate a Grad School 101 episode to just that particular topic so that we can make sure that you get good detailed information about that. But for right now, bear in mind that what you're going to need to think about is a few important things. One, you're going to need to think about applying to a rather large number of places, so probably about 15 places. And two, you're going to want to make sure that those places are spread out a little bit geographically. So I call that applying to graduate school just in Texas to be a fast way to not get into graduate school. So you really want to think about making sure that your applications are going to be sent to a large number of appropriate places all around the country. So this is why we say it's going to be a little bit of an undertaking just to come up with what that list of schools is going to be. Now, bear in mind that the application cycle is such that applications for PhD programs in clinical psych are due in the fall, sometimes as early as October 1st. So this means that you'll have to have all of your application materials gathered, ready to go, and sent off by the time the fall semester is underway for applying for the very next year, right? So almost a full year ahead is when you have to be ready to apply. Now, this means that for many students, they spend the summer before their senior year putting together their applications. Some other students take a gap year. A gap year is becoming a more and more common thing to do, and we will talk to you more about gap year choices specifically in another episode. Please tune in. But bear in mind that for now, one of the things that you want to make sure to do is to give yourself plenty of time to put these applications together. So whether you have to take a gap year to do it, or you're able to do it in the summer, or whatever your own time frame is there, bear in mind that they have to be ready quite early in the process. Because you'll need to apply to about 15 places, we know that it'll take you a little while to generate this list of schools. And when you generate the list of schools, you're going to want to think about matching with a particular PhD program. So not all PhD programs are created equal. They're all very different. They have different emphases, different levels of clinical involvement, different levels of research involvement. And so this will be something that you'll want to give a lot of thought to. But for now, let's go ahead and review the elements of your application that you're going to need to get together. Once you have that list of schools ready, you'll know what you need to send them. So let's look at the DocCam for a minute. I'm going to go ahead and show you a little bullet point list here. So first of all, I want you to think about your degree from UT. And the fact that this is actually an element of your application. Sometimes students, I think, overlook that and forget that they are actually coming out of one of the top schools in psychology in the country. And so especially if you've taken good advantage of what's available to you as a psychology major here at UT, you will be very well qualified in terms of the types of courses you have and in terms of the research experience that you have to apply to clinical psychology PhD programs. So don't lose sight of the fact that you've got that in your pocket. That's going to be a really important element of your application. Now, along with that degree, of course, goes your GPA. And some of us were better at tending the garden of our GPA than others, but know that this is something that the earlier in this process, the earlier in your academic process you can figure out that you really want to go to graduate school, then probably the easier it will be to protect that GPA. And of course, you do want to do your best to try to have as high a GPA as you can can. However, know that it is still the case that in clinical psychology doctoral programs, they're still interested in the entirety of your application. It's not the case that it's just sort of a numbers game where they have an equation or something like that they would say, here are the specific numbers that you have to have for GPA or GRE scores, that kind of thing. And instead, they really are looking at the holistic entirety of your application. So if you have weak spots in your application, if, for example, your GPA isn't as strong as you would like it to be, that just means that you need to make sure that the other elements of your application are even stronger so that they can try to make up for and help to compensate for whatever that weakness is. All right, now, in addition to GPA, of course, you will need GRE scores. Now, some students ask me whether they're going to need to take the psychology test, the subject test for the GRE. In my experience, it is becoming less and less common that schools require the subject test. But you should plan on looking through your list of schools and see if anybody requires it to know whether or not you're going to actually have to take it. I didn't actually take the subject test when I was taking the GRE, but back in the day, the GRE was a pretty different test than it is now. Nonetheless, the good news is that there are still materials available to you in the same way they were available to me. Now they're all online instead of in paper, but otherwise it's all very similar, where you can actually get a hold of practice tests. You can go and actually go online, take a practice test, score it, and see what your strengths and weaknesses are just as a baseline for the GRE. This will give you a good idea of where you need to study. And if you just treat the GRE like any other test, bear in mind, you're probably a pretty successful student, you're pretty good at taking tests. What you need to do is treat this like any other test you would take. You study for it, you figure out what the material is, then you pre-test yourself, see how you're doing, and then study those specific places where you need to get better. For me, that meant doing a whole lot of studying in the quantitative area of the GRE, but I wouldn't necessarily have been able to tell you where all of my weaknesses were if I hadn't gone and done the pre-test. So that's what I recommend. The GRE takes, you can take 2 runs at it at least, and 2 is considered a perfectly reasonable number of times to take it. In fact, most places, when they look at your application, will cherry pick the particular scores that you have from both of those administrations. So if you have a high verbal over here, a higher quant over here, they'll take those from different administrations. So there's no disadvantage to taking it twice, other than, of course, it's time consuming and it can be expensive. This is one of the other elements, and whenever I talk about the GRE, it always reminds me of this, that applying to graduate school is expensive. And one of the things to remember is that you have to sort of make a financial plan, even for being able to do the applications, because each of these places that you apply will have application fees, and the GRE also will have fees associated with having those scores sent to all of those different schools. So that's definitely something to plan for and to think about. If in fact you have financial difficulties, bear in mind that there are sometimes application fee waivers that can be given to students for applying to graduate school. So if in fact this would be prohibitive for you, if you're saying to yourself, well, I'm not going to be able to apply to graduate school because I don't have application funding, then bear in mind that you might want to go ahead and submit a letter. And one of the ways that you can get a good documentation of that financial need is actually through the financial aid office, to talk to them about documenting your financial need to these graduate school applications. All right, so that's GRE scores. Your GRE scores and your GPA go together in a particular way. And so one of the things for you to remember is that they have to have some way, if you're applying to clinical psychology PhD programs, they have to have some way of knowing that you can kind of do the heavy lifting intellectually. They're going to throw a lot of really tough material at you. And so one of the things that they're looking for is an indication that you're bright and that you can handle kind of high-level academic material. They have a number of different indicators in your application that they can look for, but certainly the GPA and the GRE are 2 of those. And if you have a very strong GPA, that will tell them you've been very successful at UT, you did a great job, and will make your GRE scores less important. However, if you didn't do as well in terms of the GPA, that puts the pressure on for the GRE, which was my situation when I was applying to graduate school. It meant that I had to really focus on making sure that the GRE told these people that I was capable of doing this type of work. So bear in mind that it's a little bit of a seesaw that way. The higher one is, the lower the other one can be, and that you can get away with that. All right, so that's GRE scores. Now, next up, we have your CV, which is really just a resume. You know, it's kind of a fancy name for a resume, right? And so students, I think, get intimidated sometimes about the idea of having a CV. But when you apply to graduate school, that's just the time to take that resume word off of there and put CV on there instead. And you want to think about it's really the same types of information that you would have on a resume. You go ahead and you put your education on there, right? Any kinds of employment that you've had, and then other experiences that are relevant to graduate school. So this can include leadership positions or service things that you've done, but also includes, of course, your research experience. If you volunteered in someone's research lab, you would describe that experience there also on your resume, on your CV. All right, so make sure that you do have time for somebody to look at that a little bit, you know. And if you're having to choose, right, as you're kind of coming through and you're saying to yourself, I can't do all the things I want to do. I really wish I could go ahead and get a bunch of clinical experience and like do an internship, maybe in a hospital or something interesting. But I also know that I need to try to take advantage of what's available to me here for my major and really volunteer for research in a lab. If you're looking at having to choose between clinical experience as an undergraduate or research experience as an undergraduate, you absolutely want to go toward the research experience. And this is going to be true even if what you eventually want to do is primarily clinical work. Even if you want to be a clinician primarily and not necessarily an academic or a researcher primarily, you're definitely going to need to focus on research experience as you're becoming qualified to be that clinician with a PhD. So don't give up on the research even if you think that you might want to be a clinician primarily later on. All right, so that's the experiences that you have with your CV. And then next we've got, I'm gonna run out of room on my little list here. Next we've got your personal statement. The personal statement is definitely something complicated enough that it deserves its own Grad School 101 episode, because writing a great personal statement is something that causes a lot of anxiety for a lot of students that I talk to. But for now, bear in mind there are a couple of really important pointers and tips that we can give you right off the bat about your personal statement. And one of them is give yourself plenty of time. Know that this is actually a trickier piece of writing than it seems like it should be. It's not that long an essay, right? It's like, you know, a page or 2 pages, that kind of thing. It's not extensive, but it's definitely something that makes people feel self-conscious, and there's a lot of pressure around it. So make sure that you give yourself plenty of time just to kind of reduce that level of anxiety that you're dealing with. Writer's block is something that's really commonly experienced by people trying to write a personal statement. So make sure that you build in some inefficiency for yourself. Give yourself some room to be human when it comes to writing your personal statement. And then the other piece of advice that we definitely want to give you today off the bat is to stop thinking of the personal statement as a personal statement. I feel like it's really badly named, the personal statement, and that it would be much more accurate if we would just call it a professional identity statement. If you think instead of writing a personal statement, if you think instead about writing about your professional identity, who do you want to be as a professional? What interests you? What drives you? What are your passions professionally? What are the things that you're most interested and fascinated by clinically and in terms of the research, in terms of the way that human behavior works? How would you describe yourself in terms of your hopes, your dreams, and the places that you see yourself going professionally? So you don't have to worry about describing your personal life, because your personal life really isn't what they're interested in, what they're after. And in fact, you definitely want to stay away from getting too personal about things. Think of it instead as sort of like a piece of a job interview, right? And the kind of information that you would provide to them is the type of information that makes you look good and gives them the information that they need to know that you can do the job that you're applying for, which is being a graduate student. So it would be very easy for me to write a professional identity statement now because I have a professional identity. But part of what's tricky about this is that that's part of what grad school is for. You will develop a professional identity while you're in graduate school. So the more that you can do now as an undergraduate to really think about what type of identity will that be? Who do I hope to become in graduate school? This will be the type of information that you need to be able to put into your personal professional identity statement. All right, so that's the personal statement. Very important element of the application. Definitely don't give that short shift. And then last but not least, we have down here, letters of recommendation. Now, letters of recommendation are a very anxiety-provoking topic for students, and many students come to me and are very anxious and nervous about asking professors for letters of recommendation. So there are two main pieces of advice that I have for you there. One is make sure that you think about, and we're going to tell you some good information here today about what sort of makes you appropriate or inappropriate candidate for a letter of recommendation from somebody, so that you'll already kind of have a good idea of who would be the best kind of people to ask, right? So that's one thing. And then when it comes to these letters of recommendation, remember that we expect, the letter writers, right, the professors that you're dealing with, we expect you to have to ask. We know that that's part of what you have to do, is locate recommenders for graduate school. So it's not something that we are against in any way. We expect that you're going to need to ask people for those things. So let's think a little bit about where these letters are going to come from. So first of all, bear in mind that none of your letters are going to come from people who just know you personally, nobody from your family, none of your friends, nobody from back in high school, nothing like that. You want your letters of recommendation to be current letters from people who know you well now and are people who know your academic self, people who know you as a student and know how successful you've been as a student. So of course, this can include professors who supervised important work that you did. Obviously, if you're going to be applying to these clinical psychology PhD programs, we've already emphasized to you that you want to engage in some research. We would expect probably that one of your letters is going to be from your primary research mentor as you make these applications. And then the other two really should also be from professors or other academic contacts in the faculty world that you have who know you very well. So these can be people, even who you took a few classes from them, for example, or if you took a writing intensive class or a smaller class, or if you're a member of an honors program, or if you did an honors thesis with someone, this is definitely a good candidate. Know that graduate students can also write letters of recommendation, and if your lab supervisor is a grad student, that's going to be just fine in terms of the letter writer. The people that they are working for here at UT are definitely important enough researchers that their letter is going to be a good, strong letter for you also. And then, remember that the other place that you can sometimes get letters is also from professors in your minor, that they don't necessarily all have to be psychology professors. One of my letter of recommendation writers was actually an English professor because I was an English minor. So you can also think about finding your third letter through those means that way. Now, I used to advise students to get an extra letter of recommendation just in case something happened. And back in the day when we were doing paper, that actually really made sense because sometimes a letter could get lost in the mail or something like that. But nowadays, when we do all of these applications online, the bottom line is that you can't even submit more than 3 letters of recommendation. So what you really have to be able to do is find 3 good, strong letter of recommendation writers that you know are going to come through for you. Don't worry, just be polite, be straightforward, and ask for what you need. And if you're having trouble with this particular thing, bear in mind that you can also talk to the person that you are closest to on the faculty about it. If you have one person kind of in your pocket that you're like, oh yeah, I know I can get a great letter from Dr. So-and-so, then talk to Dr. So-and-so also about other people who might be good letter of recommendation writers. All right, so that's a little overview for you of all of the different elements of your application to doctoral programs in clinical psychology. Know that, of course, there's more detail that we could go into in all of these, but we don't want to overwhelm you, right? We want you to make sure that you're taking this step by step. We're just climbing a staircase together, and you can do this. You're going to climb it bit by bit. By the time you get to the top, you're going to look back and you're going to say, whoa, I'm ready to apply to graduate school. I promise, if I can do it, you can do it. All right, this has been Dr. Bradbury with another edition of Grad School 101.